The purpose of this video is to show you how to calculate income tax liability for taxpayers who have qualified dividends. So I have a sample return here for a married filing jointly couple. And if you'll look down, they have wage income, they have interest income, and they also have dividend income. So let's take a look at the 1099 DIV. Okay, if you are preparing a tax return and your client has a 1099 DIV with ordinary dividends and qualified dividends, those are going to be entered on the 1040 here on line 3A and 3B. The amount of qualified dividends are on 3A and ordinary dividends are shown on 3B. Now remember, there's an important difference between these two. Ordinary dividends are taxed at ordinary tax rates. Qualified dividends are taxed at lower rates. They're taxed using capital gains rates. So you won't be able to just find the taxable income and go over to the tax tables the way we've been doing it. It's a little bit different process since we have these qualified dividends. Now you can always go over to the capital gains tax worksheet, and it's not a difficult worksheet even though it's very long, but I'll show you how to do it without having to go through this long process. Okay, so from our tax return we had taxable income of $53,900, and notice that the $1,500 in dividends are included in that $53,900. So what we're going to do is, since 1,500 of those dividends are taxed at lower rates, we're going to go in and subtract out the amount of the qualified dividend. So take your taxable income from your 1040, subtract out the amount in the qualified dividend box, and you'll figure out the income that you're going to tax at regular rates. So you can take the 52.4 and then go over to the tax tables, and I'm going to try to find those real quick. Here we go. All right, so the regularly taxed income was at 52.4. Okay, so we've got a line that says 52,350 to 52.4, and then 52.4 to 52,450. Which one do you use? Well, if we look at the titles at the top of the page, we'll see that the the taxable income has to be at least the first number but less than the second number. So we need to go down to the second line because it's at least 52.4 but less than 52,450. So if we go over to the married filing joint column, we'll see that the taxpayer's tax liability on 52.4 is $5,893. So we'll enter that here, and now we need to add the tax on the dividend that we're going to calculate separately. Now the tax rate depends on the taxpayer's taxable income, and here are those rates down here. For married filing jointly taxpayers who make between 0 and 80,800, remember our taxable income for our taxpayer was $53,009. The tax rate is 0 on dividends and capital gains. So we will take the 1,500 dividends and multiply them times 0%, and so our tax is 0 on the dividends. So our total tax is going to be $58.93. So we'll go back over to the 1040, and on line 16 where the tax goes, we'll enter tax of $58.93.